Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us for the tasting of Coors Whiskey Company's 5 Trail Whiskey. My name is Melissa Arp, and
I'm Kara Primomo, and we are certified Cicerones at Coors Distributing Company, which I guess means we are kind of beer nerds, if you will. But we also really are starting to enjoy tasting whiskey and all of the other products that we now carry other than beer. So hopefully you guys will find this fun and you'll learn something from it. But we're just going to kind of take you through a little tasting and give you some more background on 5 Trail Whiskey and Coors Whiskey Company.
Yeah, so let's jump in. 5 Trail has a lot to do with the trailblazing spirit of, the legacy of the Coors family. We're in the 5th generation of the Coors family with David Coors and Peter Coors, and they wanted to leave a legacy outside of great beer, and what better choice than making a great whiskey. David, really took the selfless act of really tasting all of the things to come up with this blend. So it's something that's really near and dear to his heart. If you're going to have a great whiskey, you need to have quality. And Coors certainly knows a thing or two about quality. It's one of the foundations of the brewery and the brands that they've been built. And I would say the same, went into the intentional blending of 5 Trail. And then, 5 people, 5 talented brewers, blenders, distillers, whiskey lovers, went into making the decisions that, would bring out this final product of 5 Trail.
Yeah, so it's actually made up of 5 different ingredients as well. Mm-hmm. So we have 3 different bourbons and then 1 Colorado single malt whiskey, and it's cut with Rocky Mountain water. So essentially, it's really cool. We've got, I'll tell you a little bit about the blend actually. So it's 45% Indiana wheated bourbon from MGP, and MGP has been perfecting the art of grain since 1941. So really cool. They've been around for a while. They work with some really big spirits companies, and wheated bourbon is actually really special for the flavor as well. So it's kind of drying and it gets your mouth watering, and that sort of just opens everything up a little bit more, giving you a little bit of a unique first taste. Mm-hmm. The rest of it's going to be 55% grain to bottle. So that's made up of 35% Kentucky 4-year-old 4-grain bourbon, 5% of Kentucky 13-year-old straight bourbon, and then 15% Colorado single malt whiskey. And that's actually, they use Coors chocolate malt as well. So that just ties it all in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really cool. And then the Rocky Mountain water is actually trucked from Colorado to Kentucky for the blending process, right, which is really cool. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain water is known for being rich in limestone and calcium. So that's going to add to the clarity as well. Well, should we get into it?
Yeah, we absolutely should. So when I was introduced to 5 Trail, I had the opportunity to taste whiskey with this a master whiskey taster. Like,
nice.
I want to be her when I grow up. She was impressive. But a couple of things that she said to make sure that we were kind of noticing is, one, tasting whiskey is a lot like tasting beer, because you're going to use all of your senses, right? We're going to talk about what it looks like, what it smells like, tastes like, so on, and how it feels and how it finishes. She also, kind of talked about a couple of different things, as far as how to bring in the aroma, and I'm sure you'll get into that. So when we talk about, the beautiful appearance of this whiskey, one, you can see the golden highlights and bronze, color in this whiskey. It's beautiful. And we put it on this white background so that you can really see that. But as Kara adds the light to it, now you can see the clarity, right? And that sparkle, really, maybe even a little
beautiful
bounce. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then, from an aroma perspective, there's definitely got to, just like in beer, there's got to be a way to make sure that we're really able to get, the true aromas. Do you have any suggestions there?
Yeah. So in order to really get that retronasal action moving and to kind of let it move through your sinuses, you want to keep your mouth open slightly when you're smelling, and sort of come at it from an angle. So instead of putting your nose like directly in it, just kind of slightly come at it from an angle and just kind of,
that's crazy,
your mouth open a little bit.
I can feel it on my tongue.
Yeah. But yeah, you really get a lot of the aromas this way.
Well, one of the things that the taster mentioned was when you're smelling whiskey, there's going to be really 4 things that you're going to notice. You're going to get a fruitiness, a sweetness, a spiciness, and a earthiness to the whiskey. So that's going to help your brain kind of align maybe what it is that you're kind of getting out of this. So as I, put my nose in there, I think the vanilla.
Definitely a lot of vanilla, caramel.
Caramel, sure.
A little bit of cinnamon and some apple.
Yeah, like a green apple. Yeah. And then, what is that? Like a light brown sugar. Like, It's really soft.
Like a little bit of honey, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, honey. Yeah, really. What do you taste?
Taste it.
Yeah.
Wow. It's so well blended and just... It's really nice. It's not like overly strong or anything. You're not getting a lot of that burn.
Right.
I mean, you're getting a little bit of that warmth from whiskey, but it's not like, I'm not feeling it in my throat.
Right. Which is great because it's 95 proof. I mean, it's a big proof.
That is. I mean, I'm getting a lot more vanilla flavors and more cinnamon in the flavor than the aroma.
For sure. I get a little chocolate now that it's kind of settled, but like a semi-sweet.
Like a baking chocolate. Yeah, baking spice chocolate.
Exactly. It's really good. It's really good. And I think about, the mouthfeel. I can certainly feel the warming, kind of the heat, but it's not burning. No. Which is really nice and, really kind of inviting. And then you think about that finish and boy, is it balanced. Like,
it's very well balanced.
There's nothing that's kind of like hanging out. It's just saying, I should probably drink some more. So any recommendations on how to drink this?
Yeah, definitely. So you could either drink it just out of a whiskey glass like we're doing, just straight, or sometimes you'll see a lot of people put whiskey on like a big block of ice, or they'll just put a couple drops of water in it. And the reason for that is that the water is actually opening up the molecules, the aroma molecules more.
All right.
So you're able to taste even a little bit more, like more tastes are coming out. And it'll bring down the proof as well. So if you're thinking that it's a little too hot for you and it burns too much, just add a few drops of water. So if you want to try it, we can just I would recommend just a couple small drops at first. And when you drop the water in, you'll even see...
that is unbelievable.
You'll see the oils kind of move around.
That's crazy.
But it's, you'll notice the difference in the flavor too. Kind of brings out more of that vanilla.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and it brings the proof down a little bit. You can almost tell like it's a little less softer. Yeah, it's a little softer, a little less burning.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's cool too because if you want to just do an experiment and like pour a little bit of this over a nice block of ice, you can, as the ice melts, you'll get different flavors come out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, I've certainly learned a thing or two about Five Trail and about tasting whiskey.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa.
Thank you for taking us through this, and we hope you enjoyed the time. And thank you for being a part of this journey with us.
Absolutely.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.